Hey, we're live. All right, guys, it is Thursday, and we're here for the Thursday daytime stream. How's it going, everybody? We have a new set. It is the Dragonball manga set. You got that Dragonball manga set? Hey, what's up, wait, what's your name? Corallian boy? Corallian? Hello, Mr. Johnny Fernandez. What's up, man? All right, we're getting started. So, Dragon Ball manga is in. Victini break moving fast. How Pokemon's in your area? Alright, let's stay safe. Dragon Balls, please send me your level X's. I'm sending you, please send me your level X's. I'm selling you all my level X's. You can have a monopoly on them. Alright, so let's see. We've got... We got to ping everybody. That's what we got to do. Clicking on this. And then we got to come up with the price for this thing. Okay. So that's been pinged. Let's jump over here. Hey, mister, what's up? Says Luke Laurie. Okay, there we go. Selling Garchomp and Electivire now, or any of the others. So... okay, so it's not impossible for me to sell them. However, right now, I noticed some level X cards are at some really astonishing prices. Let me just see. Level X. All right, we're moving over to sold. All right, so let's see. We'll go by ended recently. We don't want the Japanese ones. We want to see the English ones. So most recently, Darkrai promo, 7.6 thousand. Now, he's a promo, though. That was a really low pop one. Let's see. Looking for another English one. Let me sort this by highest price because I'm getting all these Japanese ones and all these modern ones. So the Gengar sold for 9K and 8K. The Mewtwo sold for 7.4K. The on April, the Charizard sold for 5K, but there's no other information about him selling. April was a while ago. So the way it's looking, you can't even find sales of the ones you're talking about. And the Charizard last sold in April. I bet he's like insane right now. Let's see what he costs right now. Is there a Charizard for sale? Oh, here we go. So here's one for 10. So there's one for 10,000. I don't know, dude. These level X cards are in a category in my mind right now where they are very good to hold, which would explain why somebody's coming to me saying, hey, I would like those. Because you're thinking you're going to buy it for 5K and then one day it's going to be 7.5K. I'm kind of thinking the same thing. So the question is, why would I sell it right now? And so it's a gamble on whether it goes up or down. And you're thinking it goes up, but I'm also thinking it goes up. So what do we do on that gamble? And I don't know. I don't know what the answer to that is. As the person who's holding the card, you kind of just want to continue to hold it and benefit from that rise in price. I don't want to give it up so fast. Not before it jumps. Doesn't really make sense. I own 48. Yes, level X cards are doing well. Of course, pretty much anything that's really rare is doing well. It's not just level X. They're all doing well. And so I have a whole bundle of cards that I don't want to necessarily sell right now. All right, let's find out about this manga. We've got, what is this called? SBO1? Dragon Ball Manga Booster SB01 Japanese. I want to hold until it's negative. What? That's buy high, sell low. Hey, what's up, Mr. LaFlame? How's it going, man? So, let's see. Wow, not a lot of these listed for sale. Are they like super popular right now? Manga Booster 01. What if I was, maybe I just need to remove the booster part. Let's get rid of Manga Booster. Dragon Ball SB01. I have a rule turned on that it has to be over a certain price. Oh, well, yeah, maybe I should go ahead and order another one of these because that is the only one. Okay, so let's get a price in then. Divided by 12. How many packs in here? 24? Divided by 24. Okay, so it says just slightly over $5. We'll say $5. So the Manga boosters for now, $5. They could go to $5.50 if it's like insanely popular, because I only have one box of it. Oh, we don't have a Dragon Ball category over here. Dragon Ball's probably in the extended menu. Here it is, Dragon Ball. So we have Beyond Generations, History of Z, and a new one. Manga. Oh, that doesn't need to be in bold. Manga booster. SBO1. $5. So there we have it. They are $5 per pack. And then we go remove that. And I'll ask my supplier right away about a price on these. Pray for Japan. What happened in Japan? You know what? I'm not going to ask him yet. All right, so now we have last night's order, the Magic the Gathering Tarkir Dragonstorm pack for Them. Sorry, Them. It was so late, we had to not service this. It was just far too late. Here's the Tarkir. We had lots of earthquakes. Oh, Japan had a lot of earthquakes. That sucks. We need a TCC affiliates to agree on a slab to slab away specifically for drilling. We are? All right. This is for Mr. Hathem. There it is. Snip of that. Will Alexis be shipping tomorrow? What is tomorrow? What is today? Today's Thursday. Oh, Friday. You know, maybe. Actually, she's having a car problem, if you guys recall. She's having a car problem, so we'll find out. She might be able to come in Saturday. I don't know. Maybe we'll offer to pick her up. At that point, I might as well just do the shipping myself, actually. Here's Vanish from Sight. I'm not that bad at doing the shipping. Nowhere to Run. Savior of the Small. I used to do it myself for years. Inquisitive Glimmer. Rootwise Survivor. Footist. Okay, Reluctant Role Model. Wait, this is Dustmore. I grabbed the wrong pack. Okay, hold on. I thought this felt weird. I was like, where's the big dragons? So, Ghostly Dancers. Wow. All right, that's wildly off center. This is the wrong pack. All right, but that's okay. All right. I thought it felt weird. I was like, aren't these kind of spooky? So these are mine. I don't know what to do with them. There we go. Chilling the house life. Big one might happen. Wrong pack. Let's drill that Gengar right there. That would be very expensive to drill. I don't think you guys could handle that. I got these pre-grade bags. We're going to put those in here and toss this away. And then now we're going to grab the Tarkir Dragon, which apparently we need a fresh box of that. That's why we messed that up. We needed a fresh box. House life is crazy. So many frogs. LMAO. Why don't you do the 12 o'clock streams anymore? 12 o'clock at night? What are you talking about? There we are. I think someone else ordered Dustborn last night. Did they? It is. No, somebody ordered Foundations. You know, it's a very subtle difference between the two packs. I look at the top of the packs and I go, that's Tarkir. Then I grab it and I start snipping it. Here it is. There we go. We were late for the stream. The last couple of days I've been pretty late. Go Soldier. Just Sky Revelation. Just Sky. Okay. Here's Just Sky. Nice. Wow, what a great looking card, man. Hello, guys. I'm Brazil. Nice live, bro. I subscribe to your channel. That's so strange. You're like the third guy to say that. Here's Nerive. That's got to be like Alex or something, right? Are you doing that old joke, Alex? I don't know who that is. Is he real? I don't know if Son Ramona is real. Let's see. Joined 7 years ago. He's got to be real. Okay, he's real. Here's Deceptive Frostskin. Scavenger Regent. Mountain. Durger Island Dragon. Whirlwind Stormbrood. Defibrillating Current. Bewildering Blizzard. Sagu Wadling. Alicia's Legacy. Undergrowth the Leopard. You always think it's Alex. It's got to be Alex. Has got to be one of the guys who does fake accounts. Somebody does fake accounts. I think Alex is one of them. I'm pretty sure. There we go. Long time ago, we had a guy come in. He said, "Hi, I'm from Brazil," and I relentlessly teased him for it. And that was a really old joke. So now we've had, just recently, we've had like 3 different guys come in and say, "I'm from Brazil," and I thought maybe it's Alex. Oh, look, that card is bent. You know, I didn't bend that, right? Look at that. I didn't bend that. That's just how it was. Weird. If I wanted to make a fake account, I would make a fake Louis account. Oh my gosh. I ain't got time for that. Ta-da! Okay, that's for our friend Hathim. Thank you for going deep, Hathim. There we go. Tampa in the house. Tampa in the house? Tampa's not like in the ocean or something? Always looking. Here's Agron. Here's Chikorita. Here's Sandshrew. Here's Ho-Oh. And here is Pokemon. I live in Texas now, aka Mr.'s new home. What? Here's, wait a second. Before we do that, we have, from yesterday, Josh Hiles, which is really Jeff Leon, which I don't understand that, but okay. So these packs have gotten more expensive. This is Gem 2. They've gone up in price. I started collecting Pokemon cards, and I'm going to start recording videos. Oh, I see. All right, so... Just stand up to grab this real fast. So, guys, we got a good hour and a half together. What do you think we can do in an hour and a half? Mister can come live with me. If your house is big enough. You think your house is big enough for all these cards? They take up a lot of room. You need a whole room just to be the streamer room, and then you need a supply room, and then you need a receiving room. Then you need a shipping room, room for the encapsulator, and then I used the family room as a step for the grading process for submissions. So if you like your house to be converted into a business, it could work. We have 2 empty bedrooms. Nah, that wouldn't work. That's too small. Need like 5 empty rooms. There you go. There we go. There we go. 2 empty bedrooms is almost enough for all the inventory. Mister, get this. Independence hired a subcontractor to fix the street. They concrete over the main valve for the water. Now it's leaking, and they don't want to fix it. Ugh. There we go. Oh, that sucks. The subcontractor, you're saying, doesn't want to fix it. That's not right. We are. They're the ones who poured concrete over it. They're like, you can't make it. That's why there's lawsuits everywhere. You have to have a legal means to have somebody fix that valve. There we are. Poured concrete over the valve. I mean, come on. It's such an easy case. I mean, you can't do that. You can't ruin the water. What? It's water. Everyone needs it. Well, you should have thought of that before hiring us. All right. Very nice. Good. Now we have Luis Gonzalez, Victini break, RDD 3. Round 3? There we go. I had to dig a whole trench one time because the pipes froze over. That sucks. It's okay, mister. You can leave the cards here. They will be safe. Safe. You know, it's fun for a while. You're like, look at all these cards. And then one day you're like, oh my God, look at all these freaking cards, dude. Access to PSA in Brazil is very difficult and prices are very high. Oh, I hope they change that then. I hope they make it easier. All right, so here's Victini. Going up by 2. Okay. Nice. William Wafter, 1-pack Dragon Ball SB1, please. I have a bag. Okay, so this is the new set. Grabbing that. This is SB01. I like how it's a very bright box, so it's hard to confuse with any other box. Okay. It's Independence, Missouri. They don't do shite. Okay, here we are. Have you been playing Night Rain? Yeah, I beat the Everdark Sovereign thing. Also, I tried looking up content, and I realized there wasn't a lot of Night Rain content. Almost seems like an opening, you know? So, well, I don't have time to make that. I don't even have time to make content over here. So, but yeah, I mean, that's a YouTube channel in the making right there, and a Night Rain channel for Elden Ring. Oh, here we go. Elden Ring Night Rain. Yeah, not a lot of information. Ooh, Dragon Ball Stamp Reverse Hollow, huh? Is that your rare? That says C on it. So the whole pack is hollow, huh? Ooh, nice. That's your SR. So SR getting pulled right away? That might be good. I'm not sure. No, I think SR Star is what's good. You need SR Star. All right, so I already like this set. It looks like a nice special set. Let me contact my supplier about getting another one. Okay. Are the arts of this Dragon Ball from the manga? The arts are very beautiful. It's a cool art style. I've always thought that Pokemon ought to do this, by the way. I've always thought Pokemon ought to do this. I think they should make a card set where it uses exclusive artworks from the original black and white video game. Not black and white, the original Pokemon Red and Blue, where there was no color yet, and it was in black and white. Black and white is an actual era. Yeah, the original Red and Blue video games, they ought to make cards with those artworks. There they are. And they'd be really goofy looking, but it'd be cool too. Because they really had pretty weird designs back then. All right, Mr. Omar Batui, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. What's the price on those Dragon Balls? $5 a pack. Fresh case, by the way. Okay. Ba-doop-boop-ba-doopy-doopy-doo. Here is a hollow. Here is a hollow. Here is a SPM. And here is a Eevee. How nice. Scoopy-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Turn that down a little bit. How much for the box? 5 times 24, which would be 120. I think 120. Right now, I've just got 1 box of it, so I suspect the demand is actually pretty good. So we're going to run $5 at the moment, and then we're going to go ahead and opt for a restock now. We'll start looking into a restock. I'm very skeptical about Dragon Ball, so if I was not so skeptical about it, I probably would have grabbed like 5 cases right away from different sellers, but I took a more careful approach. So Estevan Moreno, what's up, man? Estevan? I think I called you Estevan. Estevan. Moreno. Estevan. There we go. There. That's an E name. Good luck in there, Mr. Estevan. That is a fast... What is this? That is a fast-moving break. New games generally fall after a year or two. Smart. Here's Thien Ho. Tournament Victini Round 3. Oh, I just received another one of these in the mail, so we have one for Round 2 as well. People are just going to keep going. Okay. Very good. 9, 10. That is 10. Thank you, Mr. Thien, if I'm saying your name right. Nathan Doyle, entry for Victini 3. This is Tournament Victini. Wow. So the the manga Dragon Ball is in, but this is the attention of everyone's. This is the apple of everyone's eye. They want this Victini, man. He's a big deal. But yeah, so we got another one in, so we can run this break again. And this time when we run it, instead of losing money, I will make a little money. So that sounds good. Lewis says, shipping for the Fampy slab, if already. 6 Korean rockets, please. New bags. If already. What does if already mean? Oh, if you've already shipped. If I've already shipped it. How would we know if we already shipped it? I'm sorry, Lewis, I don't know if we already shipped it. Did you pay for shipping after buying it? Or did you pay for shipping before buying it? I bought a BGS Mario 10 Pikachu Joker card, the main Mario card, for 240 USD. Is that a bad price? If you like it, it's a good price. Ooh. I know Ivan likes these Ionas. All right, let's take a picture of this. Take this off the table finally. Those have been rotating for a while. Oop, let me turn my volume down. Okay. All Slabs July? We don't have an All Slabs July channel. Okay, let's go make an All Slabs July channel. We need a red monochrome Charizard. There's a lot of Charizard cards. I think it's cool that it's monochrome Victini. That's neat, man. Victini gets a cool card for once. They'll make another cool Charizard. You can bet your mama's titties that they will. Yeah. All Slabs July. I have this really cute picture of Karis holding that cat, but I know I can't share it because she won't let me. Let me see. Oh my god, she's so cute. Alright. She's so happy she has that cat in her lap. Alright. Very good. Okay. So did Lewis respond? Let's see if he did. I guess I'll order around a shipping for you. So that's what we'll do, Mr. Lewis. Because I don't know if it's gone out. I could go check on it. If you paid for shipping and then bought the slab, there is a good chance it did not go out. If you bought the slab and then you paid for shipping, then it definitely went out. How much Magic the Gathering Fun Tussie do you have readily available? I've got, here it is, 1 whole sealed box of it. So you can buy a whole box if you'd like. We also have another box with a couple packs in it too. Scooby-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. You streaming on 4th? Yes. I definitely think I will be. No fireworks this year. I don't want to waste any money. We want to move, and I want more Pokemon cards. I usually don't waste much money on fireworks. Hey, what's up, Mr. Ivan? Is it okay to ask my place in line? You could ask, but it's a really complicated line, so it'd be hard. It would take a while for me to look it up, because I'd have to look between all the cues to get it just right, which I tend to do in the moment. Here it is. Here it is. Mister, I'm taking Iona. Iona. Here we are. So this shall say Lewis Ruiz. Slab. Oh, it's okay. Never mind law. Yeah, it's actually smarter for me to just work on the line, and then when it's your turn, we'll get to you faster. Steven says trunk paying down low Tina. Okay, Mr. Steven. Doobie-doo. This goes to 420. Oops. Brian Davis, 2004, Lord of the Rings. So now I have to see if I actually have more of that. I knew this was going to happen. Let's see what happens. Do I have more Lord of the Rings? Yes, I do, but it's one of only 2 boxes left. And to think, I used to have 9 boxes of it. Alright, if you'll give me a moment, we're going to go ahead and assess the price on these. which is what happens. $24 of them in a box. All right. All right, and what's our price? All right, we're ready to go. You got it, Brian Davis. 1 box, Lord of the Rings. Oh yeah. Pickle chips are gross. Okay. Yeah, but the neighbors do. There's that. Wait a second. This isn't Topps Chrome. I forgot we had these. These are action flips. Wait a second. These are action flips. Oh my gosh. These aren't even on the menu. Okay, so hold on. So now I know I have these for sale. I don't know if I have any more Topps Chrome Lord of the Rings then. Hold on. Alright, so the action flips are in stock. So, we have Action Flip Lord of the Rings, which needs to be added to the menu. We do not have Topps Chrome Lord of the Rings. We're sold out. But, we're about to fix that, aren't we? So, we have a fresh box on the way of the Topps Chrome Lord of the Rings, okay? Scooby-Doo. We have a fresh box on the way. It will also be $35 a pack when it arrives. So for right now, it's sold out, but we're going to have more in a minute. Actually, I'll go mark it as sold out. Would it be under Topps? Topps, Lord of the Rings. So it's coming soon, but it's sold out at the moment. Okay. As for this, I don't know what to do about this. These are, see this card in the front? See how it's like the ring rates and it's super cool? Well, that comes out of these little action flip packs. We've sold action flip Pokemon cards before. I would be happy to sell these to you guys as well. I just don't know what the price should be. I got to price them up pretty soon. They are. To think they've been sitting in my closet all this time, not being sold. Can I add some money and get a box of Freerin? I think so. If I have a box. Do I have a box of Freerin? I think I do. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, it says Freerin is still here, so go for it. My guess is $3. Mr. Dude, open one to show us. I'll leave it up here on the table. I'm not going to open it for myself, but we'll get a price on it, okay? All right. Yeah, so they're not terribly expensive. You are correct. These are not terribly expensive. So we will do $3 a pack on these if you'd like one. You can even have me put it in your bag and keep it sealed. Because these do not have to be open, so you can leave them sealed if you'd like. I mean, anything on the menu can be left sealed, as long as you're not buying out like a whole box of it sealed. Well, even that can be done with enough shipping. So where do I put this? I guess under other card set, maybe? Lord of the Ring action flips. $3. Okay, there we go. $3 was the correct price. All right. So, Mr. Beta Fish, shall I go grab a box of Freerin? It sounded like I'm getting a box of Freerin, guys. I'll be right back. All right, I have bad news. I do not have Weiss Pixar. If you recall, when you asked for it, I said if we had a box, and that was because my gut told me you might not have that. And we are, in fact, sold out of Weiss Pixar. I might have, like, an unsealed box of it. Is that why I left it up? Here's an empty box of something. Please sending now. Didn't send it yet. Yes, good. Okay, good. So, anything else I can get for you that might satisfy your card cravings? Just looked around for it. It's not sitting nearby me either. So that one is getting removed from the menu. Weiss Pixar is gone. I gotta say, man, we were selling those on eBay. Poof, they're all gone. eBay is a powerful thing. Here we are. Show the breaks for the kids. Yeah, I can show the breaks real fast. You ready? So, here they are. 1, 2. Here's one that could finish right now. The Choinsey. Chansey coin. 1996. Japanese base set. Gen 1. Mewtwo. That's moving fast back, actually. The Mewtwo's fast moving, guys. Jump into the sub list. $40. Bandai starters. This one's not moving fast. That one's stuck. Star Wars. Here's a Hello Kitty gym break. Okay, good. Only 2 spots to get that Hello Kitty card moving. Crown Pikachu. Up to 15 out of 29. He's really far along now, so that's great. He's got a little bit of momentum. Giovanni's Gyarados. Carddass Eevee. Ancient Origins. If the next box of Ancient Origins sells, this will jump to $200, like $207. So, if the next box sells, it jumps again. Just letting you know. I saw the market on those. They're going up. Beatrice, can I please get 10 of the new Dragon Ball set? Beatrice, yes you can. Where'd I put them? This. 10 of these. Is my name on the list? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Poor mister can't remember. Pray for him. Here we are. Early onset stage dementia. Today I had some food. It was chicken and rice. Ugh. Yesterday, a single meal. I had ramen one time. So yesterday was like a fasting day. So I had one bowl of ramen noodles. Today, I took the leftover broth from the ramen noodles and I cooked my chicken in it. Super good. Then I had that with rice. So ramen noodle flavored chicken with rice. That's meal number 1. It is crazy how hard it is to overeat chicken. You just can't do it. It's like virtually impossible. As long as it's not fried chicken. You can overeat fried chicken. That's possible. But if you're just eating cooked chicken like normal, like baked, boiled, whatever it is you're doing, if you're just eating normal chicken, you will not overeat. It is so impossible. It's like eating a whole cup of starch or something. It's like weird how hard that is to eat. It is. Oh, there's an SR star. It's Vegeta. Still got that Dragon Ball stamp. There we go. So with these packs, you are keeping all the cards in the set because they're all hollows. And that's kind of how it works over here. Keeping all the hollows. If you ever don't want the hollows, let me know. I'll put them to the donation pile. Okay? You might have opened a lot of this already and you know that the hollows are just repetitive commons. There it is. Wow, OG Vegeta. Blessed thou pulls. It's RNGesus. Where's the price for the Dragon Ball? Dragon Ball is currently sitting at $5 a pack. If it's selling too fast, it will rise. Because I only have one case of it. I didn't buy much of it. I didn't buy much of it because I am still skeptical over Dragon Ball. That is why I'm skeptical. Here's an SR. Woohoo. Sent my extra. No problem. Sounds good. Let's look into that right after we're done with this. What did you get? Here it is. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of bulk, man. One order and you got a fat bag in one order and it only costs $50 to fill a whole bag. Oof. I mean, they're hollows though, so it's like, it's just a specialty set then, isn't it? Let me see the orders in the queue real fast. There's a bunch. I'm gonna set the Dragon Ball at $5.50, which is what I was planning to do originally, but I wanted to keep it on the cheaper side. But it is filling bags in like one round, so I don't want people buying whole boxes of these. It'll drive me insane. Let's see, where would, oh right, Dragon Ball would be in the extended menu. Let's see. I know that sounds silly, it sounds petty, but I really do not like bulk. There we go. All right, there goes. Not much of a change anyways, is it? It's not much of a change, 50 cents. Ooh. Yeah, that was from one order. Oh my gosh, it's like a whole bag by itself. They're gonna tear my table up. Maybe when we move, we can get a whole new setup, but I don't really see what we could potentially do to solve the limited space problem. Because I've already optimized the space around me so well, there's just not a lot more space we could ever obtain within arm's reach. Does that make sense? Within arm's reach. So I've already, I mean, the bulk goes over there. These shelves are 3 shelves high. I got huge shelves to my left, and it is full to the max. We got the table that takes the shipping. That's full to the max. I just don't see how I could make the space any more optimal than it already is. You might be able to squeeze, maybe like under the desk. Maybe there could be like shelves under the desk that could contain an extra couple boxes. That's about it. So the real problem is what we do just requires a lot of space, requires a lot of room. 3 Gem 2s for Miss 6. So people are very interested in the Gem 2s all of a sudden. We are. Gem 2. Ready? Start mailing bulk to the crazy neighbor. There. Oh man, I tried to mail bulk today and the mailman didn't pick it up. That makes me mad. I don't like the mailman, man. I think they're lazy. I don't know if they're lazy, but I feel like they feel like it's an optional thing. It's not optional. If I type in 14 pounds for a label and it prints me a label for 14 pounds and I have a 14-pound box, you need to pick that box up and ship it because that's what they charged me for it. Now, if it's not a great deal for UPS or USPS, well, then just raise the price of the label. But it's got to go. You can't skip that one, you know. So I've had problems with USPS multiple times. Here's 6. It's like they're angry at you that you're operating a small business. It's like, hello, you're in the business of making money shipping. Why would more shipping be bad for you or for anyone? It's a good thing. That's jobs. That's job security. It's a great thing. And we've got these small town rural post offices and these little old ladies who run it. It's always little old ladies, and they're always mad at me that I have lots of shipping. Oh, you've got all these packages. Why don't you just bring them here? Because that's not how it works. Here's the thing, 4 Gem 2 packs. Because your website allows me to order pickup for the boxes. And because 14 pounds isn't that heavy, it's not a 60-pound box. All those cards, you want to ship all that? Are you sure? Maybe you just want to keep them at home, actually. Here we are. Have you given thought of your new associate when you move? No more Alexis. No. There's been no thought about it. I've told her that we could potentially help them relocate if they wish, which I don't think they would want to, but it's an option. And if we had to move and pick a new person, we would go shopping for labor in the labor market, you know, and hopefully we find someone who's nice and reliable like Alexis, because she's been very good. She's been very good. Fortnite Blitz at the moment, Lord Chain. And that's not for a while anyways. But Kirsten and I are pretty sure we're going to move at this point. We're pretty sure. Is Glaceon. All right. If y'all move to Texas, I will come and work. Here it is. It would be nice to get somebody who has, you know, maybe some patience and interest in the card grading. The card grading is kind of like this. It's like this cave job, you know. You're in a quiet desk setting in a basement. We do it in the basement, right? So it's not in the family room. It's in the basement. It's a nice carpeted basement, and it's got big windows that look at the lake. So it's actually quite nice. But when we move, we might not have that. But it's still not going to be in the family room, right? So it's our little YouTuber merchandise encapsulation, and it's kind of like a little hermit job. There's no coworkers. There's a camera that watches it all, so you know, in case something goes wrong, we have evidence of what went wrong. And so you sit there and you tap on a computer, and these machines make these big machine industrial noises like brrr, and yeah, it's kind of a lonely job. Here's a thim. So it's not exactly the most wonderful job you'll ever have, and it's so particular too. It's very particular. Here you go, Mr. Thim. You cannot make any mistakes when you encapsulate cards. It's very picky. There we go. You have people that do those things. She has been good. How about Quipper's parents, if you give them something to do? Oh, you know, a long time ago, the mom used to help me with doing all the trash. So much trash gets generated from this job, and she was really great at that. It's just a nice way to hang out, and she made a little money from it too, so it was kind of a nice thing. But we don't live near them anymore, and the only way they would be able to do that again is if we move, let's say we move to Texas, that would only work if they moved out there with us. So they would have to move out to Texas with us. Maybe they would, I don't know. But they, we offered to move them out here to Lake of the Ozarks when we first moved out here like 5 years ago, and they kind of refused that. So they might not come with us to Texas either. They, you know, they got their lives set up. They're in St. Louis. They got their lives set up over there. They probably don't want to move. Here's Ivan Rodriguez picking up the Iona. All right, let's get this moving, because how about that order for our friend Mr. Betafish? They're raising priority mail 25%. Dang, dude, that's crazy. Ooh, we're opening a whole box of Fun Tussie in a second here. But first, let's see this. So, 3 Gem, 2 Omar Batui. Wait, what's the name of this order that we needed to fix? Here, let me go back here. Let me go over here. Brian Davis. So, Brian. Here, let me just go straight into PayPal. I sent a Discord message. Did you? Are you sure? Oh my God, PayPal's asking me a security question. I hate these. It's always those, select the squares with the traffic lights or some shit like that, right? To make sure I'm not a robot or something? Why? Because I log into PayPal? Isn't that what PayPal's designed to do? Why do you need to have me do that all the time? Just because I log in more often than the average person? Yeah, because I'm running a business. You have me as a business account. Doesn't make any sense, dude. I hear this Brian Davis, and it says... One box Japanese HoloLive Premium. Okay, sounds good. So he wants a box of HoloLive Premium. I might have that right here. Is it right here? Yes, I do. Now, Mr. Brian, if you really like HoloLive, don't forget to try out our new HoloLive set. It's called Curious Universe. This is the new one. $6.5 per pack. $6.50. This is brand new, just arrived. Like this week it arrived. It's very new. It's called Curious Universe, brand new set. Now that's printed by the HoloLive team themselves. So this is printed by Weiss Schwarz because they got the license to print it. But this Curious Universe, that's owned by HoloLive. The best thing to pull out of Curious Universe is signature cards, if you can. They're very tough to pull, but they're super expensive when you pull them. Okay. Still out on those. Not sure if you like them. Well, Weiss is cool. I just think, personally, for me, I think if it's the actual set owned by the actual company, I like it slightly better, because that's what Pokemon does. Pokemon doesn't license. They print their own cards. They are. So this is a licensed version of HoloLive. Okay. Really nice. Hey, mister, shipping arrived. Nice. Reminds me, we still got to figure out Hunter Tipton. So you got this girl. This girl. This girl. This girl. This other girl. And this girl, Katana Girl. Those are your fancy etched girl cards. No diamond cards in here. You're looking for the stamped diamond card. These are so small. It's quite often people ask me for the bulk in these sets, and I just agree because it's not a lot of bulk. Here. Rare situation where you get the bulk. I sent a PayPal order. Okay, I got to warn you guys, I'm getting an awful lot of orders right now. I'm going to try and service all of them. So we'll be in fast mode for a little while, okay? We're going to be in fast mode. We're going to get all the orders done before I hang up. There's been a price change on the Dragonball. It is now $5.50. So please be aware of that. That's what it should have originally been. I just was thinking, oh, we should keep the price low on this if nobody wants it. Turns out everyone wants it. So we're going to have the price be the full $5.50. Here's this. Also, it annoys me that the whole package is shipped. The whole packet is going to go into your bag. It's going to take up all this room. Daytime bumping again. Yeah, I mean, I should have started on time, but I was busy. We are. I was legitimately busy. Oscar Resendez. He says 10 Dragon Ball mangas. Oscar Resendez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so these are $5.50. Here goes. If any of you guys ever only want the hits out of your pack and you want to donate the bulk hollows, just let me know. Yeah. Okay. Very nice. I want Mister to print his own cards, and the secret rare would be a dirty white shirt. Well, you know, we could do something like that if we had... so where do they put the rare card? This one? R? All right. We could do something like that. Oh, here's an Awaken card. I know those are valuable. Okay. If only I could get maybe 1 or 2 other YouTubers together that had money and wanted to work on a card set. How cool would that be? Work on our own card set? I had an idea that we ought to make a card set based off of internet memes. You are? All right. Very good. Something that can't be copyrighted but already exists. I don't know if internet memes can be copyrighted. I'm sure if the card set did too well, it would be challenged in court. They say, hey, I was the creator of that meme, so I'm privy to a pay cut. Which actually, to be honest, if the card set was doing well, I'd probably just pay them out. Because it's like, you know, thanks for inventing this thing that everyone enjoys, you know, so why not? But, so I support people getting a cut of that, you know. But I think that would be very cool if there was like an internet memes card set with like super hyper rare cards to pull out. Here's this. That's just Metazoo. Well, yes, Metazoo, they printed something that already existed as well. And it was like a shortcut to printing a set. But the thing is, I don't find the cryptids very interesting. Like, I don't care about Bigfoot or UFOs. I do care about internet memes. I actually think internet memes are really fun. They tend to stick around a long time. They're memorable. Hey, this is pretty cool. Look at that. Hey. Internet memes tend to stick around for a while, and they remind you of the past. Here we are. Like Pepe Le Frog or whatever. Imagine there was a Pepe Le Frog card set with like hyper rare pulls with super cool etching and everything. I think that'd be really fun. Don't you guys think that'd be fun? I know Gary V, he tried to make his own card set, and his card set was made up out of characters that he made up on his own, which is good. That's an admirable thing, but I feel like if you took something that people already loved and you were legally allowed to make a card set around it, that would be really cool. All right, so Mr. Oscar Resendez, let's go find your bag. Yeah, numbered Pokemon cards, definitely. So Oscar, if it was just the hits, your bag would go up by this much. But with the huge chunk of hollows, now you have a massive bag that's going to fill this whole box up in 2 seconds. So I definitely hate the new set. Whatever, people are buying it though. Now we've got Dragonball Manga 10 packs for our friend Jesus Aguilera. All right. What do you think of the Trump big bill? I don't know anything about it. I honestly don't know anything. Oh, well, I know a little bit about it. I know that it gets rid of the EV tax cuts. So if you bought a Tesla car from Tesla and it was $30,000, you might get like $10,000 rebate from the government because you bought a green energy vehicle. You're saving the planet now. And so you would get $10,000 back. The government would pay you for that. That means I'm a taxpayer, you're a taxpayer, we drive gas vehicles, and our money that gets collected by the government goes to someone else because they bought an electric vehicle. Why are they paying? I don't want to pay for someone else's vehicle. You can save the planet, but I don't want to pay for it. You pay for it. But that's the government's decision to motivate more companies to sell electric cars. They want to save the planet, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to save the planet, don't buy a car at all. Ride your bicycle, use the bus, use the train. You know, save the planet. Why should I pay for your vehicle? You're buying a nice, fancy vehicle. You're probably somebody in the upper class. You're in the upper class if you're buying a Tesla. They're not cheap. And I'm paying for your vehicle. My tax dollars pay for your vehicle, and you're in the upper class. It's a handout to people of means, not to poor people. And it's not truly that, it's not truly that good for the environment when you do a bunch of research on it. It turns out when you make all these batteries and everything, it actually costs a lot to produce them. It costs a lot of environmental damage to produce them. So there are plenty of arguments that say it doesn't really help all that much. There's a lot of arguments about that, but whatever. So, I think that if all the cars are going to go electric, that's fine. Let it happen. It's going to happen. It'll happen in the market. And that's fine. But why should I pay for it? Why should I pay for your vehicle to make it happen? So he got rid of that, and I don't hate it, but I really like Elon Musk. I like him. I think he's cool. Although lately, I think he's kind of crazy. I do. I think he's kind of crazy lately. So that's how I feel about him now. I'm not sure. He's obviously very upset because he was like a Trump ally, and Trump took away the EV credit. Maybe Elon Musk thought because he was a Trump ally, Donald Trump was going to protect it. Ooh, look at that, man. That is cool. What is that? It's almost like, that's not a normal smooth hollow foil. The whole thing is bumpy. So weird. Wow, man. All right. I just want the hits for me. Nice. Yes, if you guys ever want to drop the bulk hollows, I know they are holographic, but they are in fact bulk. They are truly bulk. So you don't have to have them if you don't want them, and I can go put them in the bulk pile. Or you can have me put them in your bag. You're totally entitled to that. If you're ever somebody who doesn't care for them, just let me know, and we'll put them away. Look at that. So that's a star card. UC Star, and it's in red. I love the color scheme here. Black, gray, white, and red. Those are colors that I like. I mean, look at my logo. TheCardconomist, Cardconomist. Anyways, that's all I know about. I know about the Big Beautiful Bill passed. There's people complaining it's just a big tax break for the wealthy. I've heard people complain that it's going to add to our deficit, which I don't like that either. I think that sucks. I know Elon Musk was not a fan of it, and that was most likely because now he's going to have to sell his vehicles the way Ford and Chevy and Honda and Toyota sell their vehicles. For full price. You actually have to sell them at the full price. You don't get a government handout anymore. So, I don't know. I don't hate it. I have mixed feelings, it's mixed emotions on it. I'm not 100% convinced that electric vehicles have solved the problem of global warming, or whatever you want to call it, climate change. I'm not convinced that they have solved it. Here it is. How do you think we generate electricity? We burn fossil fuels. But electricity is very fascinating because you can generate electricity from many different things. When you generate energy from fossil fuels, there's always emissions. But electricity can come from the ocean waves. There's thermal, there's seismic, there's water. I live on Lake of the Ozarks. We have a dam, right? So we get the water flowing through the dam and it produces energy that way. So there's a lot of different ways to generate electricity, but there's only one way to generate electricity from your fossil fuel, and that is to burn it. So it's, I get the arguments and all that, and I want to make sure that, our system is designed to have the least negative impact on our environment. I do believe in that stuff, but I also believe in the free market. So if those ideas are real and they work, and the cars can be produced at a good price, like they do with the BYD cars in China, right? China's making those cars real cheap. I've heard the BYD cars are super duper cheap. If we can figure all that out, that's fantastic. I just think, if you're going to make me pay for those, why don't I just pay for everything? Why don't you just make me pay for the windmills, make me pay for go make me pay for all the energy things at that point. It's centralized government economy again. It's supposed to be private, but that's the centralized government taking my money and turning it into private industries profits or something. You know what I mean? Jesus Aguilera. So I'm not against it. I don't hate the idea that the big beautiful bill ended the Elon Musk electric car tax credit. Here we are. Jesus Aguilera. Ooh. It's a distraction from the Diddy trial. People have talked a lot about the Diddy trial, so let's talk about that for a second. I don't know much about Diddy. I don't know everything he's been accused of. I'm pretty sure he's been accused of the R word a bunch. I'm pretty sure he's been accused of human trafficking, which he was acquitted of. So they did not find him guilty of that. They did find him guilty of transporting prostitutes, which is also a crime. So he is going to do jail time for that. But he was pretty happy with the outcome, because I think it was possible for them to find him much more guilty of many more things. And they acquitted him of most of it, but not the transporting a prostitute, which was illegal. So he's getting off basically very light, and he's super happy about it. Victor Kokiko, 5 Gem 2. Victor Kokiko, you got it, man. Gem 2s. Lithium and cobalt mining is pretty bad for the environment for EV cars. I've heard of that, yeah, and I've heard about they don't know what to do with the used up batteries either. So when the batteries are used up, they're pretty toxic, they're pretty unhealthy for the environment, and we don't have like a way to dispose of them in a healthy way, which maybe we just figure that out and develop it. But the argument that the electric cars are strictly good for the environment, it's an interesting argument, it's an important argument. I think there's some detractors from that argument who say, I don't know. And I don't know. Yeah, I'm ignorant, so I don't want to say too much. I'm ignorant. I'm ignorant of all the data and the details. But I do agree with the government ending those kinds of subsidies. But if they end them for Elon Musk, they should end them for everyone, really. No one should be getting my tax money, except for me. I work, and that's my money. And if this guy wants to get rich selling electric cars, and he is rich, he's one of the wealthiest people in the entire world, by a lot. He doesn't need any more of my free money. So if we're going to give subsidies to super rich guys, might as well give them to all of them, or might as well take it away from all of them, one way or the other. It's pickle lane or whatever. Here we are. Yeah, Elon Musk is one of the wealthiest guys in the entire country and world, and he gets government subsidies for his vehicles, and it is wrong. If you think about it, you almost have to appreciate that Donald Trump stood up to that, despite receiving a lot of help from Elon Musk and getting the favor of Elon Musk. He said, that's too bad, I'm still taking this away. So it really makes him look like a guy who does not care if you like him or not. He has beliefs about the way things should be, maybe good beliefs, maybe bad beliefs, but you cannot buy him. You can't buy his friendship. He doesn't care about your political influence. He doesn't care about your money. He just wants things to be the way he wants things to be. And I think that's one of the things that has often been appealing about Trump as a president. Here we are. All right, Victor. He cannot be purchased by a rich guy. And Elon Musk threw a big fit over losing that, tax incentive, whatever you want to call it, rebate. So, Victor, let's go grab your bag. Victor with the V. All right. It's very interesting. Other than that, I really don't know much about the big bill. Victor Kokiko. New bag? New bag time. What about the tax cuts to the rich in the new bill? I'm not a huge fan of big taxes. I don't think that they solve the wealth gap. I don't think that it stops the government from overspending. I think that there is a correct tax rate. The correct tax rate is to be just a little bit cheaper than any other major first world country. That makes you competitive. And it means people from places like France, Germany, Britain, Australia, Canada, all these people living in these countries, the successful type, business makers, investor types, clever guys, educated guys, they look at America with envy and they go, oh man, if I could just move to America, they got better taxes. That's happening right now in the UAE. They're absorbing all kinds of smart people from around the world because they move to the place that treats them better. So I think the correct tax rate is to look at the next cheapest first world country and look at their taxes and just come under that. That's the correct amount. I don't think we should lower it too much, but I don't think it should be uncompetitively high either. That's my take on taxes. But so I guess the bill lowers the taxes. I don't know if it's too low, but a lot of people think that that's strictly a loss for the poor. Well, let's do the math. Let's say you have a millionaire and he's being taxed at 40%. You raise the taxes to 70% and the millionaire leaves. Now you collect zero taxes. You collect nothing. You don't collect $1 anymore. All right, now let's do a different scenario. You got a millionaire. He's paying whatever, 40% taxes, and you actually lower it to 25. That seems like a big cut, right? You just, 15%. We're not collecting that 15% anymore. But another millionaire moves in. Now you got two millionaires, and they're both paying 25%. You're actually collecting more taxes now. A lot of people are too stupid to understand that very basic equation. Very basic. Very basic. Texas is exploding. Florida is exploding. Tennessee is exploding. Las Vegas, no taxes, is exploding. What's going on? That's where everyone wants to be. That's where all the guys with money are going. And so they do collect other types of taxes. Sales tax. They collect, money gets pumped into the local economy through purchases. Housing tax. Texas collects taxes on your home at a higher rate than the rest of the country. So they collect the tax in some way. But the local economy is pumped too. You got all these people building stuff and buying stuff. And so they collect it in another way. And it works. It works. People want to pay less taxes. It's attractive. You want your country to be sexy and attractive. People want that. Let's read your comments. Elon is only ever looking out for himself. That could be correct. Random Ryan said, it's less taxes on business, not individuals, which help them reinvest and hire more people who then pay taxes and is a net positive for the government. That's right, Random. But let's do an experiment. Let's say we made the taxes on businesses just 1%. Is that good? Maybe not. Maybe it's too low. Maybe the government should be asking a little more, Let's say taxes on businesses were 99%. 99! Is that too high? It probably is. So there's some number in the middle that's the correct number. And that's the debate. That's the conversation is what is that number in the middle that works just right. Next up, we have Mr. Omar. You want to have a number that stimulates growth, that stimulates investment, that encourages people to move in and say, hey, this is the place to be, man. I want to be here. This is the good place. This is the milk and honey place to live, All right, Mr. Omar has the biggest order of the daytime stream. He wants a whole box of Final Fantasy. Here goes. We are getting started. Get comfortable. One whole box of Final Fantasy. All right. So you see what I'm saying now, though, right? You see what I'm saying. So 1% too low. 99% too high. Got to pick some number in the middle. Democrats tend to want it to be a little higher. Republicans tend to want it to be a little lower. And then you have a debate over that. My thoughts on this debate, go look at the next big first world country and say, get all their tax rates together and let's just be a little bit lower than the rest of them. Because then people will always look at us and go, oh, wow, they got it a little bit lower. I'll move there maybe. It's a good thing if people move in. That's a good thing. It's crazy. Democrats want immigration, but not when it comes to successful people. You should, of course, want college-educated people who like to open up businesses moving into your country. That's the definition of success, wealth, happiness, prosperity, investment, invention, right? I was reading about the guys who are working on AI for Facebook right now. They're like, most of them are like Asian guys. Let them all in. Could you imagine if they were their families, whenever they migrated or whoever migrated when, imagine they were turned away. Nah, you're not the right person. We don't want you, or, oh, we got too many people already. So all these guys are working on the most important thing in the whole world for Facebook, and they're getting paid they get like a $400 million sign-on bonus. Did you know that? Did you guys read about that? $400 million sign-on bonus to work in AI. $400 million just to start. Asian guys. So anyone who's against immigration is very wrong about the importance of it. It's very important. Here's Bird. Ooh. Here's Furion, Wild Rose Warrior. Ooh. And keeping your taxes competitively low encourages more immigration into the country by smart, college-educated, hard workers. Cloud, Midgar Mercenary. That's a good one. Especially guys who aspire to open a business and reach like high levels of success. They want to come here rather than to the UAE, which is a totally valid option. Here's Owaka, Traveling Merchant. Tella, Great Sage. Planes. And the correct tax amount is probably something in the middle of what both Democrats and Republicans want. Somewhere in the middle. Here we are. Too high, too low. We want Mama Bear, or Baby Bear, just right. Ooh. Here's Bear and Rivalry. What do you think about the new cert PSA 10s being sold at a premium because now PSA graders are harsher? Well, you just kind of explained it. You explained the whole thing in one sentence. If the new certs are a harsher grade, that means they're pristine 10. They're still called Gem Mint 10, but they're not Gem Mint 10. We all know that because they're going through a harsher grade. And so you just explained it in one sentence. It's a harsher grade, and therefore it's worth more money. It's worth the premium. It's like what we've always already known. Pristines are a premium. Everyone already knows that. So, if you buy BGS 10 pristine, it costs more. If you buy CGC pristine, it used to cost more. Now it's going to cost the same price as a Gem Mint 10 new cert PSA card, So there you have it. You've explained it. Everyone gets it. They got tougher grading standards, and therefore it's not the same grade anymore. Same name, different grade. Here we are. Great question, by the way, because people I guess they're debating it, even though to me it's like really plain and obvious. Here's Hero. There's a lot of people who do not grade cards all the time. I grade cards all the time. Like every week cards go out. And so I'm constantly getting grades back, and I get to sort of experience the new grade before maybe the average person, maybe the average collector. So they have not sent in a whole lot of cards to try for a new 10 in the new cert. So they should just shut up if they haven't tried it, because they do not know what they're talking about. Oh, well, what do you mean I got to pay a premium on this? Why don't you go grade some of your freaking cards then? Go try it. Go get your ass kicked by PSA. Go lose hundreds of dollars, thousands, pulling 9 after 9 after 9. Whoa, we pulled Cloud. Woo, look at this newfound adventure. Shut up and go grade your cards so that you can come back and be like, oh yeah, these are way harder to grade. The moment they go through that, I guarantee you it's like a baptism. The moment they go through the fiery hoop of the new PSA 10, they will be baptized and say, whoa, 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 my PSA 10 has the new cert. I'm not selling it the same as a cert in the twos. What are you talking about? I'm not doing that. I'm not crazy. Yeah, they have to be rebirthed through the experience of PSA's new ire to understand why the cards cost a little bit more. It's not even a huge premium. It's just a reasonable amount more, sometimes 10, 15%. Usually it's not too unreasonable. So you got that Cloud, man. That is a great card, by the way. Fang, Fearless Lasai. What do you mean it costs more? I hate you. Someone's always complaining, man. Someone's always mad. This is a scalper price. No, it's not. Go grade your cards. Try it. Try it. PSA stated as a fact that they raised the standard. They stated it as a fact. So go send your cards out. Go get your ass kicked by PSA. You'll feel it. You will feel it. You'll be like, oh my God, it was hard enough to get a 10 as it was, and now even fewer 10s. So you will not want to give that card up for less than the price of like a pristine BGS. That's how it feels. And it's a perfectly valid feeling, and there's a lot of ignorant people talking on it. Here we go. What do we got? 10% more for a new cert. Who wouldn't? I'd pay that. I think I already did. I already did that. I paid for that on a couple cards already. So I've been, I hunt for cards right now. And if there's one in the 9s and then another one in the 11s, and the difference in price between them is like $50, boom, I always hit the 11 first. Why not? Because it's significantly better, and $50 is like a drop of money at this point when these cards cost like $1,000. So here's Cerberus. Wow, I don't know if I've seen this one before. Look at this Cecil. Wow, that looks cool, man. So we got Cloud. Oh my God, you got to pull this as a holo. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. You'll feel it right in the gooch. Don't crash out, mister. Listen up, mister. I sent over 200 sports cards to SGC and got like 5 gem mints. It's hard. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 10s are difficult. That's why they go for a premium. And people who are complaining that they might have to spend a little bit more for the latest certification, they are just ignorant. They have not graded thousands of dollars of cards at the new cert level. They don't know what they're talking about. And they can be as salty as they want. And they can go kiss my ass. I don't care. Here's Summons GF Cerberus. We are. Very nice. People, there's a lot of unhappy people in this hobby. I don't get it. You're supposed to be having fun. And if you see the price is high, that's just part of the game. You're just playing a game, and that's part of it. And you go, okay, that's too high. Okay, if it's too high for you, just go buy the lower cert. Problem solved. It is. Ooh. Just go buy the lower certification number. It's nothing to complain about. Just go get the other one. You don't even want it. Because subconsciously, they all want it too. They all know it. I think that's what's going on. It's a type of jealousy, is my suspicion. So they also want the latest certification number because they know subconsciously getting the latest grading standards is way more valuable. And they know when they go to resell it, it's going to be way easier at the higher certification number. So, they want it to be as low as the old certs when they buy it. But when they go to sell it, they're going to want to sell it like a brand new cert. That's what's going to happen. So I think a great deal of it is jealousy, and they would never admit that, though. Here we go. What's magic? Just like F it. Make every card foil. This is called a collector booster. It's $130 per pack. That's what's going on, my man. $130. So, yeah, you're going to get a lot of foils in here. All right, listen up, mister. Sometimes you just want to check, but did I get my ZELLE for the Victini break? I'm sorry, I was reading the other message at the same time. What's your name? Here's Hero, the Wandering Minstrel. Ooh. Falsai Paradise. Wow, that's cool, man. Kane, Traitorous Dragoon. So this third card can be really valuable, I've noticed. Noctis. Okay, by this point, generally, there's not that many good cards left. Here's Excalibur 2, Mountain, Summon Fat Kokobo. I love that. Zach Fair, Torgal, Fire Magic, Grand Marlborough. What a weird word. Yes, Mr. Estevan, we definitely got your order. I remember because I tripped on your name. I called you E. Steven or something like that, or S. Steven. All right, here's Kokobo. 130 a pack. Are these pulls worth 5 figures? Yes, they are. Well, if you didn't know this, CEM, the top pull in this set is $60,000. Might be higher than that now. I don't know. Somebody update me on that. How much is the top pull going for? Gold Chocobo. How much is Gold Chocobo going for? $60,000. And all the cards, most of the cards that come out of here are holographic. Many gradable cards. Here's Kane. Here we are. Did someone buy a whole box? Yes, they did. That's Mr. Omar. And he already did pretty good on this one card. This one card could be paying for half the box by itself, especially if it grades 10. If it grades 10, he is set with the one card. So it looks like a gamble, but just like Pokemon cards, the price of the booster is relevant to the pulls. The booster packs cost more, but the pulls also sell for more. Here's Bird, A Realm Reborn, the Imperial City of Arcades, Balam, Garden Seed Academy, Lord Jiskal, Blitzball Stadium, Bart and Boko. Here's Plains, Secret Rendezvous, Cloud of Darkness, EX Death, Omega, Snowviller, Treno, Kikarin, Kokobo Kick. All right, cool, man. I'm out of the loop. Are they doing one of ones again? It's not a one of one. What is it, like a 60 out of 60 or 70 out of 70, something like that? Yeah, it's a huge pull, but there's more than one. There's like 77 of them or some number. And it's not just the golden Kokobo. There's a whole bunch of different Kokobos you can pull of different colors, and they all sell for thousands of dollars. So there's a whole bunch of different Kokobos you can pull. The golden one's the best one, and these packs tripled in price. Like by launch, they had tripled, and they are not going down. They're going up. Here's Arden the Usurper, Search for the Frozen Esper. Red. Thancred. The Wandering Minstrel. So in a way, you know, Omar Faba is kind of smart opening these right now while they are the price that they are, because they're probably going to go up higher from here. They're not going lower, guys. They're going higher. So this is a great set. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of gradable cards in here, but they're all premium. You got to have the capital for it. You got to be able to open a couple packs, grade a couple cards, and you got to get lucky too. You can definitely get a cold pack and lose $130 very fast. Arden. Okay. Here's Mountain. Summon Shiva. Ash, Princess of Dalmasca. Galuf, Moogle, Prompto, Ice Flynn, Airship, and White Mage. I don't know about those White Mages. 69 out of 77 was pulled by a rich Japanese guy that won't be selling it. That's fantastic. Hope they print far less of these sets. Here we are. What do we got? Hero. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. Clive Rosfield. Kuja again. Okay, here's Summoning Good King Mog. Zonde. The Masume. Wastes. Ooh. Prompto Argentum. Eden. Summon. Poison. The Crystal Chosen. Prish. Rook. And Thunder. Thunder Magic. I like Thunder Magic. All right. We'll get this Prompto in the front. I try to leave... So I bundle some of these cards into one sleeve, but I try to leave the good one in the front. I don't think any of these are super good, but Masume is kind of cool. Do they sell these in single blister packs? Yeah, they do. So if you want to buy the non-collector booster, if you want to buy the standard booster, you should be able to get like a standard booster pack, one holographic card, a whole bunch of, you know, non-holographic comments. By the way, I could have that on the menu. I don't know if you guys would be wanting something like that in the future, but I offer the collector booster packs because that's where the big hits are. But we also have this. That is a break for 2 booster packs, 1 in 7 odds, okay? That's 2 booster packs. There's also a star card in there. All right, so here we have, that's gone off like 4 times. Jill, Shiva's Dominant. Oh, Squall Leonhardt. Clive, the Wind Crystal, Sphere Grid. Edgar, King of Figaro. Swamp, Summon Primal Garuga. Prompto, Zidane, Queen, Primal. Instant Ramen. I like the Instant Ramen. I had ramen yesterday. It was so good. I was talking about how I saved the broth and I used that to cook chicken today. Here we are. Non-collector boosters can still have the Golden Chocobo? No, you cannot. You cannot pull the Golden Chocobo out of the standard booster. Those Golden Chocobos come out of here. That's why these are worth opening. Okay, you got a Clive again. Ooh. My store said there's a shortage of card savers now. What the hell? Still have X-Men 97? Nope, we sold out of those very rapidly. We lowered the price to nothing, and they all sold out. We are. So non-collector booster, I already read that. Okay, you ready? So far, Cloud is the big pull so far. Here's Hero. Triple Triad. Memories of Nibelheim. Kuja, Genome Sorcerer. Firion, Wild Rose. Observed Stasis. Ishgard, the Holy Sea. Forest, Omega. I like Omega. That's a cool one. Stolen Uniform, Fang, Lionheart, Magic Damper, Dragoon, Suplex. Okay. Couple cold packs in a row, huh? We're looking for Cloud, Tifa, Lightning, Sephiroth. Those are big ones. And then there's, there's a couple ones that are a little bit, they're like in the range of being good. Those are the big ones. We want the big ones. Okay. Leaving this, you got 3 to go, man. This was a $1,500 order, everybody. A big order. Thank you so much, Mr. Omar. Would you like to know what the fee was for this? $50 fee for that. That was a $50 fee. Isn't that crazy? That is crazy. That one transaction. Here's Primal Odin. Throom of the Vestige. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier. Nice. Here's Edgar, no Gamaka. Here's Stiltskin. Triple Triad. Darn, man, if only that Sephiroth had been hollow. Here's Ambrosia Whiteheart. Garnet. Gladiolus. Magitech. Overkill. Warrior Sword. Balam. Gala Cat. Gala Cat. A card in a card game about a card game in a video game. That's right. Kind of like when you played not Left 4 Dead. When you played, what's the name of that game? Red Dead Redemption, and they let you play poker in the game. And you're like, hey, this is a game within the game. Okay. Man, well, I'm going to put this Sephiroth in the front. I feel like you've gotten a couple cold packs in a row. I'm ready for a big hit to come out. Okay, lovely. Now, what do we have here? So we've got Hero. Ooh, Noctis Hollow this time. That's much better. Here's Newfound Adventure. Cloud, EX Soldier. Another really nice card that we wish was hollow. Tella, Great Sage. Chocobo Knights. Okay. The Wind Crystal Hollow. Swamp. Is Swamp. Summon Fenrir. Torgol. Raise a Kokobo. Cactuar. I think he's a hit. Cactuar cards, in my opinion, are a hit. Laughing Mad, Gishal. I had to open a box of these and get one of those Cactuars myself, man. Get that graded 10 up on the table, host a break on it. I think people would get into that. So there's Cactuar. Here's Wind Crystal. Okay. Very nice. Oh, yes. Cool stuff, man. Noctis, Prince of Lucis. It's Prince of Lucis. He's the prince. The prince of Pokemon. Why my music stopped? Wait, the Chocobo is a bird? Chocobo is like an ostrich that you can ride. Here's Hero. Zaranark Land. Ancient Metropolis. Exactly what we weren't looking for. Oh, there we go. All right. Cloud. Mythic Rare. Look at that. Fantastic, man. Wow. Super hot. That is so good, man. All right. We're happy with that. And Absolute Virtue. Yeah, you needed one more card like this Cloud. You really did. Because it felt like a lot of those packs were kind of on the cold side, right? Absolute Virtue. Gadaluzu. Riku. Sephiroth, Fabled Soldier, and it's a double-sided card. All right, so this pack is definitely making up for a couple of those cold ones. So the Cloud comes out. Something better come out for 1,500, you know? All right. Nice, dude. Cloud's a very safe one because everyone recognizes and loves Cloud. He's like the Mario character almost. So let's see what this looks like. You ready? Flipping it around. Ha-ha! Very clever. Loving it. Okay, great. Here's a Zanarkand. Zanarkand? I can't say it. All right, cool, man. So then we got Swamp, Torgol, Fang, Relentless, Judge, Gabranth. Is Gabranth the bad guy? He's such a bad guy. It's so obvious. A Fine Hund. All right, so you've got all these lovely cards on my right side of the table to go through, sell as singles, sell as graded cards. I mean, you've got a lot. Like Arden the Usurper. You don't have to grade him, but you could because he's ardent. And he's not the main character, but someone might buy him. Here's Search for Frozen Esper, another card. You could grade this. Lots of gradable cards over here. You got a lot of opportunity to extract value out of here, just like refining gold, right? Refining gold is a long process. We're working on cards, getting them sorted by quality, and then getting them graded is like a whole process. Now you got these two really, really good cards. Both Clouds. Cloud's EX Soldier and Cloud Strife. Look at that, everybody. Fantastic, man. Both mythic rares, by the way. Wow. Kind of cold box. A 6. What? What is she talking about? 6? That's it. Go. Get my... Let's grab this. Let's go ahead and put this over here. 6 is just jealous that she doesn't have the double Cloud. Gotta grade them all. Cloud is 169. Nice. Well, you know, those are often raw prices, so we also have to see what they cost after grading, and they will often cost a lot more. And remember, he didn't just... Those are just 2 cards. He's got these 2 huge stacks of cards. And not every box is meant to be worth as much as you paid for it, but we are. We've opened a lot of boxes. I can tell you one thing for sure. Pulling that Cloud, the first Cloud he pulled, that is definitely rare. That is not an easy one. Because we've opened... how many boxes of this we opened of this now? Like 7 boxes of it. And that is only the second time I've seen him. Here it is. We've opened a lot of these. It doesn't look like it, but we have. People buy them 1, 2, 3 packs at a time. They go into the breaks. Yeah, we've gone through about 7 boxes of this Final Fantasy at this point. He's definitely a good pull. This 3 clouds, Chocobo or bust. All right, we'll do this. The cloud on the right is about 405. All right. Gotta grade them all. You do gotta grade them all. Okay, Mr. Omar. You are not going to fit in the O box, Mr. Omar. I think I'm going to put you in a yellow box on my right side. That is what's going on now, Mr. Omar. And let's go grab what you probably have in here. You probably have another bag, right? Batui, Oscar. Oh, good. You're already... Okay, good. We're already done with that. Big order. Thank you so much, Mr. Omar. Mr. NHCC, he says... haven't been around too much. Blessed, you being blessed these days. Let me try 4 of the DBZ mangas. Here they are. A Blockbuster Mewtwo and 20 off my Nami. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. NHCC. He waited a little while for this order. Appreciate your patience. He wants one of these $20 Mewtwo's over here. Here they are. Used to be 17. They cost a little more now. And then he wants $20 off of Nami. You got it. This Nami goes to $230. Boom. All right. Good. Hope you've been blessed. No, we're having like bad luck. I wish we were blessed. Kirsten and I are always facing some kind of adversity. We are. All right. Tossing this over here. It's been bad luck, guys. Here's, they're in a car together, getting married or something, or they're on a prom date. Okay, lovely. Pack number 2. Okay. Here's this guy with the monkey tail, but it's actually colorized. Very nice. That sucks to hear. Yeah, it's frustrating. We are. All right. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ta-da! Very nice. And... the Awaken card is cool. And here's this guy. All right. Putting this here. I bought the PSA 10 Japanese version of the Plasma Storm Lugia yesterday. $2,000. That's a lot of money. There we go. NHCC. All right. You have a box. There we go. How can I confirm if my Victini payment went through? Hey, how's it going? What's your name? What's the name of the payment, I should ask? Are those 2 breaks, Magic Gathering packs, available for outright purchase? Yes, they are. Yes, you can purchase those 2 if you want those 2 specifically, because there's no one in that yet, right? Yeah, as long as there's no one in there, you can buy them outright. There's Ditto. Here's Luke Laurie. Pre-grade the Cortana Halo card. Luke Laurie with an L. Luke Laurie. Oh, you're talking about hunting down a big card somewhere, huh? So you said it's a Cortana card. Is it this one? Bet you it's this one. Okay. Rotate sides, please. All right, so here we go. This is a very plastic-like card. It's not made in the standard way. It's almost like dusty. Makes you wonder what their policy on dust is. Seems to be an asymmetrical kind of card. I would probably suspect a 9 on this. Let me show you why. We're going to zoom in here. I don't like this corner right here. It does look kind of lifted. I think they're going to fault that corner. You could try to squish it down when it's at home. Or you can just test it and see if they care. Other than that, I do not see... well, actually, there's a bit of a line running right here vertically. Not vertically. No, I said that right? Vertically? No, diagonally. That's what I want. So I would suspect this one would not grade 10 because of a bad corner and what appears to be some sort of... how would you describe it? Blurry line, fat line. All right, there you go. Very nice. It is hard to get 10s, guys. It really is. frustratingly hard. Brian Davis, 1 box Japanese Hololive Premium. We took care of that already. We have Beatrice Moniz. Can you please set? Oh, wait. Did the one guy answer? Should be under Thien. Yes, sir. We totally got you. You ready? So, Nathan Thien Estevan. There you go. I believe you're new. It's nice to meet you, by the way. And this is our 3rd round of the Victini already. The 3rd round. Here he is. He's up to 11 out of 33 spots. Beatrice says, can you send in my Vegeta card to PSA? Yes, I can. Yes, I can do that. Where am I going to run into you, though? Okay, you said that it is an SS Star Vegeta. This one right here. Sent for those 2 Final Fantasy packs and shipping. Did you see the debate of Zelensky? Prediction market in a turmoil on whether he wore a suit or not. What? Is Zelensky coming to the United States? Is that what's going on? All right. Oh, wait a second. I'm going to need your bag anyways, because we're just going to pull this one guy out. And then this goes back into the bag. Looks nice with the red. Sure, sure. I think it looks nice with the red as well. Okay. I think if he made a generous minerals deal with a rare earth deal with Donald Trump, he's going to be treated way better now. That's my suspicion. And I think that we should beat the crap out of Russia if we're being paid by another country to be on their side. That's what I think the U.S. should do. It's not a matter of who's right or wrong or moral or immoral. It's just a matter of brand. Like, we should not hurt our American brand. If someone's paying us rare earth minerals to win a war for them, we should just go win it. Whatever that means, I don't know what that means, because it could mean like just making your opponent tired, make it feel like it's not worth it anymore. I don't want nuclear war. All right, here we are. Okay. So Mr. Omar Batui is next. He wants 3 Gem 2. Omar Batui, you ready? News outlet saying he wore a suit during the NATO summit, but predictions market saying it's not. What do you think? I have no clue. Here we are. I think that he was getting roughed up over not wearing a suit only because he was fighting with Donald Trump over a minerals deal. That was it. I mean, if you remember, Elon Musk doesn't wear a suit, and no one cared about that until after Zelensky, in fact. Oh, wait. We've got an open box. It's sitting right here. I'm so stupid. All right. I didn't realize I'd place it up on my left. Now I know where it is. All right. So I don't think anyone really gave a damn about his outfit. It's not about the outfit. It's about the deal. And if Trump got what he wanted, then he will be treated much nicer. And no one will care as much what he's wearing. Ah, are you glad I swapped? That was a good swap. All right. Of course, we couldn't have known that. We know that in hindsight. But that was a good swap, Mr. Omar. That red card is a tournament promo. It's a, yes. It's not a sign that you won the tournament. I believe it's just a sign that you participated. It's called like a battle day card or something like that, isn't it? And it's a very cool thing. And I am not making any money on that break because when I originally bought them, they cost more. Then they fell in price. So I'm losing a little bit of money on the Victini break, but I'm also restocking a couple Victinis at the lower price. So it should all even out, and you guys should be able to get a nice Victini. Now, wait a second. You probably want all of this too, don't you? Omar, your bag would not be large at all if it didn't have 1,000,000 hollows in it. Isn't that crazy? Hollows are my bane. Ancient Origins, how many packs? This is the Ancient Origins box break. It doesn't go off until all 36 packs are all 36 packs are purchased, and then we will open the whole box in a nice night where we open up a box of Ancient Origins. Now, you can see it used to be 128, then 140, now it's 175. It goes to 200 the next time an Ancient Origin box sells, buy it now. Because if that happens, it'll pass a new price bar. You know, it'll reach a new price peak. And so if it reaches that price peak, this price changes again. So something to think about. If you want to get in this box break, I would do it at 175 because my gut tells me there is a high chance it does sell. The one on the internet. All right, Gabriel Gallegos. 2 Dragonball SB1s, 1 Paldean Fates. Mr. Gabriel Gallegos. One Paldean Fates. There it is. Oh, I thought he meant the Dragon Ball Red Vegeta card. My bad. Well, America doesn't back that, but she... Okay, let's see. What's the error on the Ditto? He's considered off-center. Yes, he's got the OC qualifier, meaning that he's so off-center that a centering dot showed up on the card. There it is. All right. I have the Mega Rayquaza BGS Pop 1. It is. You can make an offer on the Ditto if you ever get real interested in it. I kind of just like showing them off, but I'll listen to offers. You can make an offer for them in Discord. Here's this, and here is this. Oh, ooh. Okay, Gabriel, thank you so much. Mr. Gabriel. What time is it? 6:51. Running low on time. Running low, man. Whew. We have an order from David Smith. He says, let's see what's in 3 of the Lord of the Rings action flip packs. David Smith, everybody. 1, 2, 3. How long did you wait for this one? 28 minutes? That's not bad, actually. Action flips for David Smith, everybody. So I bought these a while back, and I forgot about them. I thought that they were actually Topps Chrome booster boxes. I guess they weren't. And so I was actually sold out of the Topps Chrome, which is kind of sad. Although our last opening of the Topps Chrome was super exciting. We pulled a piece of cloth from the Ring Wraith King, or whatever his name was. Okay. I'm guessing you shipped out my slab. Thank you. I guess. Yes. Here's Gandalf. Arwen. So you can't really see it through the screen, can you? You have to have 2 eyeballs looking at it in real life. What's going on? The logo pops forward and she pops back. This pops forward. Arwen pops forward. She's in the back, and then the background is even further behind her. And then as you tilt it, it kind of moves. So it's 3D, but you have to kind of see it in person. Here's Orcs. Here's Ringwraith. Oh, that one's cool, man. And here is a puzzle piece of a big logo card. Okay. Yes, these are called Lord of the Rings action flips. And they're very fun. And yes, they are gradable. PSA grades action flips, if you didn't know that. Witch King robe. Yeah, it was super cool. Super cool for sure. Okay, so here we have something over there. We have Strider. Wow. You can almost see that it's 3D in the camera, but not as much. Because I can see both the camera and I can see the card in real life. The camera doesn't catch it. Saruman, Gandalf. Oh, he's coming in. He's got the fireworks. Hey, the fireworks, 4th of July, you know. All right, and then the Ring Wraiths. You also get this card. It's like a Chrome card, but it's really small. I have a stack of them I got from you. Stack? Stack of what? Is $5 a Paldean Evolved a good deal? I think so. We are. Here's the problem, though. Are you buying those from a guy you've never met, and he's selling them as not a sealed booster box? Because you got to be real careful with that kind of stuff. Here's what people do all the time. They're opening the box, they pull the Altard out or some crazy thing that they really wanted to pull, and then they sell the junk packs to you. That's the problem. That's the risk on eBay. Now, I don't want you to not buy stuff on eBay just because I'm scaring you or something, because it's not just a scare tactic. But I mean, it really does happen. You know, there's people actually talk about it openly in our chat that they've done it before, and I go, aha, I told you. And so it's just kind of like a dirty little secret, isn't it? People have found out that, hey, after the good pull's been pulled, you just liquidate the rest on eBay or however you're liquidating it. You don't open them. And that's a real problem in the hobby. You know, you can't really solve it. There's no way to solve it. I call it searching, by the way. That's a searched booster pack. The thing has already come out of it. The thing everyone wants already come out of it. So those packs have no chance to pull it now. And so you're going to make somebody else buy it thinking that they have a legitimate chance to pull something good, and they do not. They do not. So those I call them searched booster packs, and they're no good. You don't want them. It's always better to pull a whole booster box. Of course, if you really want your very best chance for a chase card, you got to go for a sealed case. There really can't be any minute. Well, I don't even want to say that. Sometimes there's hits. that are by the case. Sometimes there are hits that are by the palette. So let's talk about like Weiss Schwarz, master case. Yeah, so there could be like a master case has 3 cases in it, and only one of the 3 cases has the ultimate pull. And so even those can be searched by a very clever card shop. What the card shop can do is, you know, they can, I don't know, sell off a case. And then if the big hit doesn't come out, then the last 2 must have the big hit in it. So then you can open the next one, pull the big hit, and then make the last case disappear too on eBay or some crap like that. So even those, I mean, if you can get master cases, that's better. But not everyone offers master cases, which is very curious because those card shops look an awful lot like they can offer master cases, and they just don't want to. Probably because they already know where the master case hit is. So that's the kind of crap you put up with in this hobby. It's like a sea of thieves. The sea of thieves. My whole thing on this channel is I'm not into any of that kind of stuff. I'm aware of it, but I'm not into any of it. I do just put a premium on my products. I get a cut when you guys buy stuff, and then we record really high quality hits coming out, and that turns into great videos. So that's our thing over here, is what's made the channel so good over the years. But yeah, those guys, I suspect some card shops who do not have YouTube channels and they do not care about that kind of stuff, I highly suspect they get into the product themselves. Here's Omar, both of the Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy packs and shipping. You got it, man. So these 2 bad boys, no problem. Ready? People were mapping terrestrial festival boxes quickly. Right. And why would anyone need to know that? Why would anyone ever need to know that you can use like a metal detector to detect what's in a booster pack? Because it's a sea of thieves. It's a bunch of scammers and cutthroats trying to pull the hits and then liquidate the rest on eBay. So that's why I say you got to be careful with eBay. And you would think that the card shops will treat you right, but I suspect that some of them probably don't. Dion, Bahamut's Dominant. Oh, something on the back. Here's the Straw, Smuggler's Copter, Champions from Beyond. Hope. Kate Sith, Fortune Teller, Moogle's Valor, Island. Mr. D, you see the price jump on Ancient Origin is over 300? I don't see any lower ones. Yes, I did. I've been watching Ancient Origins carefully because we're hosting a box break on it. It is Snow Villers, Syncopate, Chocomog, Iron Giant. The Iron Giant. Is my Slabaway scissor repossessed? I don't think so. Why would it be repossessed? You're here right now, right? You can't find it? It's under John, right? John, scissor. You have $230 left on it. It was put away in June. It's not repossessed. Here it is. Maybe you just couldn't see it in the list. The only one in here besides the mods is me. Here we are. Did they have Clive? Clive is in this set. We pulled a couple Clives already for Mr. Omar Faba. Yes, Clive is in the set. I just bought the tag, 8.5 reverse Gyarados for $50. I saw another scissor on the table. Oh, that's because I have another one. So that's a different scissor, though. That's the Silver Dex. Let me show you. Here he is. So you got the one with the Pichu's on the back. This is the one with the Meryl. You could argue that the Pichu one is more desirable, because Pichu's cuter than Meryl. The Wandering Minstrel Surge Foil. Search for Frozen Esper. Summon Mage's Sisters. Squall. Strago. Starting Town. Island. Fat Kokobo. Primal Garuda. Emperor. Unexpected Request. Fire Mage. Windurst. Loporit. Fate of the Suncrest. So we went through a lot of cards here, Mr. Omar. If you need to rewatch the stream to see everything you pulled, be sure to rewatch it. You can like turn the volume off and turn it on slow-mo or something. All right, let's see. You got a lot of cards coming. Of course, they're going to arrive and you can just go through your bag at that point. Is that Weedle getting eaten on that card? Sure. Where? All right, here's this. Hey, man, Pokemon's got to eat too. Pidgey's got to eat something. They are. All right. They don't really address that kind of stuff too often in Pokemon, huh? What Weedle getting eaten? I don't see a Weedle getting eaten. I don't know what he's talking about. Okay, so you are ordering a round of shipping. Behind the scissor. Yes, that Weedle's getting eaten by Paris. People comment on that a lot. Okay. He's doing string shot, I think. String shot. All right. A Weedle use string shot. He's all sticky now. There we go. He's doing string shot. So let's make sure we send it to Mr. Omar Faba. There it is. And we'll increase the weight. Actually, let's use a higher quality shipping because this is really expensive. Do, 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 do. Oh no, I need to STF you tonight. I was thinking of the Caterpie card. Oop. Expensive. Mr. Omar, you're the star of the show today. Thank you so much for supporting our group, man. He spent like 1,700 on this stream, guys. Maybe a little more. Yes, a little more than that. About 1,800 for his orders today, guys. Can you believe that? So he went very deep. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. That was the Thursday daytime stream. We'll be back on for the late night stream, and hopefully not late for a third night in a row. I really don't think I'm going to be late this time. I'm like 90% sure I'm not going to be late this time, okay? Plus, I love the Thursday night stream is always very special, so I love it. So we'll be there, and I hope you guys will be there too. See you tonight. So, Mister, you picked out Roaring Skies and Ancient Origins before for me, and they shut up like crazy. What do you think is next? That's really hard to say, actually. So it was pretty obvious to me that that Roaring Skies was underpriced because it contained all these fantastic Rayquazas, and it was already old, and the population counts weren't super high, so all the good data was there. I honestly could not tell you what is next because everything is so jacked up right now. What's next might be just to hold and watch. I don't know if now's the time to scramble and pump. Maybe it's the time to open up some Final Fantasy even, like Final Fantasy is doing great. You don't always have to stick to Pokemon strictly. Like I said, with the My Little Ponies, those went up times 12, and they're not even Pokemon. So sometimes you find opportunity in non-Pokemon card sets. But Pokemon is absolutely on fire, and people are buying and holding the most valuable cards of all, the vintage cards. But also, we've seen huge gains in modern cards. So, yeah, it's like an over-purchased market is how it feels. And here's the other part. It doesn't feel like it's about to slow down. It feels like it's about to go sideways. That's what it feels like to me. Because I can't imagine it just goes higher and higher and higher. The only thing I can really bet on is maybe that the vintage cards could still be highly desirable. But we've seen the vintage cards reach peak prices. Like Crystal Charizard from Sky Ridge. He went for like $24,000 and then crumbled to $15,000. So even though the really high prices are super exciting when they come in, the next time he sells, it could be really low. And yeah, I would say you just see me poking out odd stuff here and there. That's it. Mr. Stay Lying. Oh yeah. So well, you think that because I got all like these secrets and saying don't buy it or whatever. No, I'm just sharing my thoughts. I mean, I've said over and over again, I buy poker cards. You can buy poker cards too if you want. That's why I buy tons of poker. Yeah. What did I last buy? Let me see. Well, I mentioned that I like sub 10 vintage cards. Let's see. So I got a couple of those. I just did restocks mostly. I got a little more Rocket Returns. And then I got a couple items I can't talk about, but it's not that much. Did you guys see me acquire this one? 1.6 thousand. That's a Emerald Pikachu. Reverse foil. Can't believe it was even for sale. I've only seen it for sale a couple times ever. Well, I'm just looking around. Well, these Victini tournament promos are really interesting. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for new stuff to come out, really. But I was glad I made the call on the XY product, and anyone who's sitting on a lot of XY product is now doing extremely well, including me. I bought a lot of it when it was cheap, and it's just doing so well. I'm a very lucky guy for that. Subscribe almost to 10K. Yeah, actually, what are we at? Are we at, how far away are we from 100,000? I feel like our group is, our live streams are not bringing in as many people. Like, I feel like the live streams are smaller. and yet we're inching closer to 100,000 subscribers. It's kind of funny. So we're at 97.78, so almost at 98,000. And then it's 2,000 to go from there. Well, I think we have this fantastic audience who watches the shorts. But I think for the live streams, people come in and they shop, which is very different from like watching like a video game. Pokemon Forever, you have been streaming after than usual. I think you mean later than usual. Yeah, I actually agree. I keep missing my time, my stream time schedule. Everything's all screwed up. My sleep schedule's screwed up. It's all screwed up this week. Hopefully it gets better. But I'm always live, so we just keep going and going and going. You all have a good night. Yes, I'll see you guys for the late night stream. See you there, everybody. We'll probably have a giveaway. So be there for the giveaway. See you later.